For the love of God, please learn social skills. I have a 52-year-old client. He looks like my goddamn grandpa. He's in an approach. He has zero social calibration. I'm teaching him this week. He has zero vocal projection. I'm trying my best to teach him this week. It's hard. He has zero ability to flirt. 52-year-old man. Zero ability to build sexual tension. Honestly, the only thing he has going for him now is a little bit of positive energy. 50 fucking 2. Do you know what it looks like to be a 52-year-old man trying to learn social skills? Bro, if you don't learn social skills now, you are fucked. If you're 20, in your 20s, that's the right time to do it. Because when you're 20, 25, 30, even 35, you have permission. More so in your 20s, you have permission to fail. You have permission to make mistakes. You have permission to be awkward. You have permission to go up and directly flirt with anyone you want to. Old women, women your age. You have permission. And that's the right time to learn. And it's more fun. You have more sexual energy. You have more libido. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm telling you right now, you don't want to wait until you're 52 to try to learn this shit. So everyone makes time for their business and their health, and nobody thinks that business comes naturally. Like, no one thinks that, oh yeah, if I just go with the flow and, you know, maybe my business soul mission is going to come to me naturally and eventually it'll all work out and money will appear in my bank. Funny enough, actually, some people do think like that. They call that manifesting. It's fucking retarded. I've seen a lot of these people. They're broke, they're delusional. A lot of them live in Asia. I lived there for a while, and I kind of was one of those people for a little bit. But then eventually I said, okay, I'm gonna work my ass off. But nobody thinks the same thing about their dating life. Matter of fact, a lot of really ambitious, motivated guys think the opposite. They think that if I work on my business, then my dating life will come. They say, oh, it's a simple version of reality. Money wants women and status, so I'm just gonna become rich and I'm not gonna build social skills. You know what happens? You turn into like my client, I'm not gonna say his name, but you turn into my client who doesn't know anything about social skills. And it is not a fun sight, and the amount of girls I've seen him creep out, it's honestly like the only thing I really want to teach him this boot camp is social calibration. Like, bro, when they're not down, you got to be able to notice that. He reminds me of like my 18-year-old self when I was retarded and drunk and trying to learn social skills. Like, you get a pass when you're 18 because you're retarded and you're 18. But when you're 52, it's a lot harder to get that pass. And you can't win off your looks. And now, a lot of looks maxing guys don't mention the fact and forget to just admit that looks fade. Funny enough, my client was probably a decent looking guy 30 years ago, 20 years ago. Now he is not. Looks fade. Looks fade for everyone. It doesn't matter. Have you ever seen a really, really hot girl who's older and she's like filled with plastic surgery and she looks all fucked up? It's not pretty in my opinion. I actually think natural looks way better. But even for her, and I noticed that people who cling to looks and rely on looks and don't develop social skills, they are gonna pay the price when they're older in a hard way. And not many people are gonna get out of that. Not many people are gonna be able to go through what my client is. Actually, in a certain way, I respect my client a lot because most people his age would have tapped out. Like, well, it's over for me now. I'm out of this long ass marriage. Fuck it, you know, I'm just gonna, I don't know what I would do in that situation. You know what, I don't know, there's a lot I could say on that, but I'm not gonna say it. So basically he's forced now to take action. He's forced now to suffer the consequences of not getting his social life handled earlier on. And you know what, the funny thing is, most people in life, most men are going to do even worse than that. They're not even gonna try at all. They're just gonna tap out. They're not even gonna try at all, bro. You know what? At least he's fucking trying. Most guys are just gonna remain perpetual losers and they're gonna accept their loserness, their loserdom. They're just gonna be that guy, that loser forever. And that's just kind of how it is. Most guys are not gonna ever build charisma. That's just how it is. So the lie that you've been told is focus on your dating life later. The lie you've been told is that you have to go through this long-term loneliness in order to build something and that everything else will come naturally later. That's a lie. And there's many people I really look up to who say that. They say good things, but that thing right there is a fucking lie. And I see it with my older clients all the time. Conversation, building social circle, vibing with people in general, flirting, confidence. These are all learnable skills that get amplified and compound into even greater skills over time. They become superpowers. And this is something you can and should be learning every single year and getting better and better and better and better. Just like your wisdom in a subject, the more you do it, the better it gets. So the grace that you experience when you're young, when you're awkward, is expected. When you're older, that sympathy goes away. I see it with this client now. I've never seen harsh rejections like that. I'm so used to, because I'm younger and most of my clients are a little bit younger, you know, in their 20s or 30s, sometimes even 40s, but usually no older than 40. Usually the rejections are like, oh no, I'm sorry, it's okay. With him being old and uncalibrated, it's like, no. It's like, we know. And I've never seen that before. And I'm like, damn, bro, I'm sure if he knew how much pain he was suffering right now to get better, he would have gotten better in his 20s and 30s. So you get the pass now, but don't take that for granted. Time will fly by. Social skills age very, very well. Your looks will not. For the love of God, learn social skills. When your looks fade, your excuses will fade as well. And trust me, you don't want to wait till you're 52 to start learning this, to learn this shit. Learn social skills now, for the love of God. Do yourself a goddamn favor. Don't even take my course. You don't have to. Just go out to the bar, say what's up to some people. Yeah, some girls laughing. Say what's up to some people. Take some fucking notes. Don't have an ego. Try your best not to have an ego, and don't give up. All right, now we're going back out with the guys right now. Let's run it up. Enrique! Woo! Type shit. Straight or gay? No.
For me, the picture.
Yeah. You straight. No, shit.
Yeah, I am.
Let's get it.